Big day of team sports at the Olympics with women's basketball semifinals, both football finals. The day began in the Seine, where after the women, it was the men's turn for the swimming marathon. After 10 grueling kilometers, it ended with a sprint. Hungary's Krzysztof Rosowski edging Oliver Klemet of Germany to the finish, and Hungarian David Bethlehem pipping Italy's Domenico Aciarenza by a fingertip for the bronze. France took bronze in the table tennis team event, edging Japan 3-2. Once again, it was the youngest of the Lebrun brothers, 17-year-old Felix, anchoring Les Bleus with a come-from-behind win. Following it all for us, France 24's Selena Sykes.
After captivating an entire nation, the Lebrun brothers and Simon Gauzy have won a historic bronze medal in the team table tennis event after coming out on top of a marathon 5-setter against Japan. France were 2-0 ahead after Alexis and Simon Gauzy dominated in their doubles match to take the opening set before Felix Lebrun came out on top of a tense and close encounter against Toma Kazuharimoto with Felix Lebrun coming out on top in the fifth game, a tense fifth game where he had to come from behind to win that set 3-2. The Japanese then fought back as both Alexis and Simon Gauzy lost their individual matches, and then it was all up to the 17-year-old table tennis prodigy Felix to seal a glory for the French, and he didn't make it easy for the crowd. It took him 4 match points to get that win for the French, but he did it, winning the fourth game to win that 3-1. That means that France have a second bronze medal here at the Olympics in table tennis after Felix's individual bronze, which makes this the most successful Olympics for France in terms of table tennis.
Sporting success helping to make these very popular games indeed, games that were much maligned before they began. Let's cross to France 24's James Andre. James, the end is near for Paris 2024. The mayor speaking earlier. Can we call her press conference a victory lap?
Yeah, in a sense, it was a bit of a victory lap, with indeed Anne Hidalgo saying how these games had been an enormous success, also saying that, the legacy of these games was going to endure in decades to come, that it was an opportunity to give an incredible image of the city of Paris. And we managed to interview her with Valentine Herba as she ended that press conference. This is what she had to say when I was able to ask her a question.
What I feel is the happiness of seeing my city, our city, celebrated by the French people, including those who perhaps had a fairly negative image of Paris. It's 10 years of hard work. We've just experienced 15 days of happiness that we will have again with the Paralympics. And then it will be 20 years of heritage. So it's not just a moment in time. This is my message.
James Andre, what is that heritage?
Well, what she says, Anne Hidalgo, is that basically stuff that would have taken over 20 years to achieve were done in a very short lapse of time thanks to the Olympics, saying that basically what it gave this ceremony, and of course these Olympics, was a deadline, and this deadline empowered people to react. Now, she said, it was decided back in 2015 basically to have a bid and to try and get these Olympic Games. So it's 10 years of work. And she said, for example, here on the other side of the Seine, this used to be an urban motorway. Well, now it's a park. She said, we did that in 2017, and that in a sense is thanks to the Olympic Games. She said it's been able to boost pedestrian zones, also cycling in the city of Paris. She said, 1,770 platforms were modified for buses to become accessible to disabled people. She said that would have never happened if there hadn't been the Olympic Games. And she also said was, of course, the biggest legacy in her view is the Seine River, which has been depolluted. And she says, you'll see next year we will be swimming in the Seine River, and that is a result of the Olympic Games themselves. Now, I did put the question about, taxi drivers complaining, restaurants complaining, and basically she said that, participation, this was her deputy saying that 20% up was the number of visitors here in Paris. And she said, don't worry, this legacy economically will endure and these people will make all that money back.
And we'll be talking about it in the final edition of Destination Paris. That's coming up in a little under 2 hours' time. Many thanks, James Andre. That's it for this edition. You're watching France 24.